Hi, this is Liz here, coming at you with another video. Now this one is another book review, and this one is a Christmassy book review. So this book that I'm reviewing right now is by Gia Stevens. It's called Flirting with the Scrooge. So this book I actually read as an ebook, and I don't know which platform you use to read your ebooks. However, this one I had borrowed through my local library, but through the Hoopla app. I also do read books through BookFunnel, and also through I also read books through Amazon Fire Kindle and that kind of thing, and also love a good hard copy physical book too. So now this book here, it was a really great read. I'm going to read you the synopsis first of all, and this actually came out in 2023. So this book was 303 pages long, so it wasn't like super long, but wasn't super short either. Although it was a really nice and fun read. So I'm going to read you the synopsis first of all, okay? So a spicy, holiday, grumpy sunshine standalone novel by romantic comedy author Gia Stevens. 'Twas a month before Christmas, and all through the town, everyone was ready to celebrate, except my hot and grumpy new neighbor. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, with festive parties and holiday cheer. But having Connor Tyler move in next door is as much fun as searching for a burned out bulb in a string of lights. His rugged good looks and guitar can make anyone swoon. That doesn't change the fact that he slammed the door in my face when I welcomed him with a tray of homemade cookies. But I won't let his bah humbug attitude dampen my holiday spirit. This year, more than ever, I need to deck the halls and revel in being jolly. As I ramp up my holiday cheer, Connor spends more and more time casting lingering glances towards my mistletoe. When a blizzard hits, a gesture of hospitality leads to exchanging more than presents. As Christmas draws near, I chip away at his icy facade, only to discover there's a painful truth. There's an expiration date on his time next door, and I'm certain I don't have enough boxes of tinsel to convince him to stay. Flirting with the Scrooge is a grumpy, cross-sunshine holiday romantic comedy filled with holiday antics and snow-melting interactions. Be prepared to laugh out loud one minute and swoon the next in this steamy standalone rom-com. Each book in the Harbor Highlands series is set in the same world and delivers a guaranteed happily ever after. So honestly, this book was really sweet. When this book starts off, the main character, she ends up coming next door to try to welcome the new neighbor. So she thinks he's going to be completely the new neighbor, not just that he's visiting or anything like that. As it turns out, though, Connor was just trying to help out his grandma, who just recently moved into a nursing home. And also, Connor, he initially came to take care of the family business and try to take care of his grandma's house, and also, just at the same time, so Connor was actually a musician, and he was part of a rock band. Now, the main character, though, who actually, sorry, one sec here.
And then they find a cave, and then of course the computers, even though they're like, in the incredible state of like waiting in these computers, it's like, well, how are we gonna read this? Because there's like they're like, we should access the computer because everybody has.
So okay, yeah. So the main character who ends up coming over and coming to talk to Connor, her name is Tatum, and she is super into the holidays, and also. She had never heard of the band that he's part of, which is called Onyx Stone. But Tatum herself was into country music, didn't listen to any rock. When she first met Connor, she was literally making a first impression with like a blank slate. So when it comes to the first interaction they had, though, Connor was afraid of people finding out who he was and people asking questions and that kind of thing. So when she first comes next door and tries to welcome him to the neighborhood, he just like shuts the door quickly in her face and is afraid to talk to anyone, afraid to sort of just in general to talk to people and to open up and stuff, because he's afraid of what would happen, and also too that he is afraid of being recognized. And so, unbeknownst to Connor, though, Tatum actually has no idea who he is. And so every single interaction they have is like starting fresh. And like, so when it comes to everything that every experience and any connection, it is genuine and true. And so he doesn't realize that. He thinks that she's trying to play him for a fool sort of at first. And eventually, though, he realized that she literally has no clue who he is. And so he does slowly but surely open up to her. And at one point, though, Connor ends up inviting her over, because there's actually some stuff that he needs help with. And also too, if I remember correctly, her heater, I read this book a little while back, maybe about a month ago or so, but from my recollection, when he is, her heater ends up going down or something like along those lines. And then she ends up coming over to his house and spending some time. And they get to kind of snuggling together and doing more other than just like helping each other out. And it ends up that slowly but surely, that she does chip away at his sort of icy exterior. And, that funnily enough, that even though Connor didn't think that he would end up getting a happily ever after, he does. And I feel like everyone out there deserves the chance to be happy. It's just who that person is or what that happy ending looks like could be totally different. And so also too, initially, he didn't have any Christmas stuff out, and Tatum told Connor about how the neighborhood has a contest with who decorates the best Christmas display on the street. And also too, it ends up too that Tatum's house ends up having a fire, and at least the front area of the house, and she ends up losing like a lot of her Christmas decorations. And so as Connor has gotten to know Tatum, and he knows how bummed out she would be if she wouldn't have a chance at the prize for the best display. And so he takes it upon himself to go into his grandma's attic and grab all of the Christmas decorations as much as he could, at least, and try to redo the display so that she has a chance, so that she can be happy. And as time goes on, they get to know each other more and they fall in love, even though he was never trying to. And at that point in time too, when she realizes how much she does care for him, that not just that she's falling for him, but that she's already fallen for him, she realizes that he has to go back to California, and she's all sad and everything, and she thinks that she's lost him. But then fast forward a little bit, he realizes that he loves her, and just like she realized the same thing. And then he decides he's gonna wait and stay in this small town a little bit longer in Harbor Highlands, and that that he wants her to go back to California with him when he finally does get over there, and then he'll come back and forth, and that they can make it work. And I thought this was a really cute novel, just like the other books I've read by Gia Stevens. They're a very quick, easy, fun read. So again, this book was a Christmassy book by her. The other books that I've read by Gia Stevens, they're also about the people that live in the Harbor Highlands universe, and there was they're all like the people that work at the bar and that kind of thing. So the bar is Jake's Ale House, and yeah, honestly, if you haven't read any of Gia Stevens' books, I would highly suggest you check them out. I would say probably give this book a solid 4.5 out of 5. Definitely get out there and read it if you haven't yet. If you've already read this book, I would love you to make a note in the comments. Let me know what you thought. If you haven't read it yet, but you've seen it at the library or at your bookstore or even online, and you're interested in reading it, I'd say yes, definitely go ahead and get out there and try it and give it a read. It's highly worth it. And then also too, let me, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know also what you're reading right now. I'd love to hear about if there's any good reads that you've seen recently or that you've read. Or also if there's another author you want me to check out, let me know. And it's the season to be jolly. For any of my Christmassy videos, I'm trying to rock a little Christmassy headband. At least if I am able to grab it for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye, guys.